Welcome to RacketCap podcast, where we talk straight facts, no cap. My name's Stefan. I'm with my boy Zain,
How's it going, guys?
and today's going to be another podcast, episode 2. Today's going to go something like this. We're going to talk about the support and future vision of our channel. Then we're going to talk about Nick and Thanasi's Dubs win, and then we're going to talk about the preview of tomorrow's match, Danil Medvedev versus Rafa Nadal, and share our thoughts on that match. It's going to be a pretty stacked podcast, I would say. Zain, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I think you guys are in for a good treat, and yeah, let's get into episode 2, baby.
Shout out the boundaries.
Shout out Barty, babe.
All right, so let's start off with the support and future vision of the channel. I mean, first of all, thank you guys so much for the number of views we had on our YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We follow us on there too if you haven't. Yeah, the numbers are crazy, man. Like yesterday, I checked, we were at like 30 views. Today, we're at like 200. Like I don't know where that came from, but the support's been unreal. So thank you guys so much, Zain. You should share some thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, you said it right. We've gotten some really good traction in the last couple days, and it's been really good to see. Obviously, we've been trying to improve the podcast and get the as much of content as we can for you guys, and keeping that quality, quality over quantity. So it's kind of the vision here at RacketCap, and yeah, we wanted to kind of talk to you guys about our future and some updates before we get into tennis. So, Stefan, if you kind of want to talk about the vision at RacketCap and also some updates we've made in the past couple of days.
Yeah, so basically, yesterday we launched our Instagram and TikTok where we were planning to post clips of our podcast because obviously not everyone has time to watch a podcast. Even though our podcasts are short, some people don't even have 20 minutes to watch. So we want to make sure that you guys can just watch like clips. And we're gonna be posting on Instagram and TikTok. On Instagram and TikTok, it's gonna be like the same thing. We're just gonna post clips. It's basically the exact same content. But then obviously YouTube's gonna be our main focus. But you obviously have to be trying to get followers from different platforms to be more official, you can say. And yeah, I guess then that. What else do you want to add, Zain? What else have we changed?
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm in a different room. I'm actually in the office, and I've got a new setup here. So hopefully it's going to be more professional than me sitting on the couch. Stefan's also kind of changed up his camera and everything, and we have some plans of getting some new equipment in the future too. And one plan of ours is to actually have some guests on the podcast. I think that'd be really cool to get some up and coming tennis players or even veterans. So that's something we're going to look deeper into in the next couple episodes. And yeah, I think that pretty much sums up the updates and our future plans at RacketCap.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about the guests. I've been already talking to a couple outstanding young tennis players, aged like 2005. So yeah, I mean they're excited to hopefully one day be on the podcast. Once 2004.
That'd be
some
awesome.
people aren't really liking the idea, but it's okay. We move
with it. We'll stick to it. I think it's going to be great to have some people on board and kind of share their views on tennis too. So it'll be good. All right, so yeah, let's get into the tennis now. We have some really awesome news to share. The two Aussie wildcards, Nick Kyrgios and Thanasi Kokkinakis, ended up winning the Australian Open men's doubles final in a straight set victory. I was definitely blown away by the level of tennis in that match, and I'm sure you were too, Stefan. So, what are your thoughts on the pair and them making it this far? I don't think we ever thought they were going to actually win the title. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, firstly, I just want to start by saying Nick Kyrgios is a Grand Slam champion. I mean, I never doubted the guy, except I thought like he wasn't going to be playing enough tournaments and being serious enough to win a Grand Slam singles or doubles. So, the fact that he won a Grand Slam is mind blowing. But jokes aside, they've been fantastic. Nick and Thanasi, much deserved victory in my opinion, because people like you can't say they had an easy draw or anything. They took down the first, the
No.
third, and I believe like fifth or sixth seed in the final.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've been playing some great doubles, and much well-deserved victory on their part. And I think everybody should be really happy to see Nick and Thanasi playing at that level. Nick, obviously, because sometimes people might say, "Oh, he's not trying too hard, or he's talented, but he's not trying." And Thanasi's just have been having so many injuries and everything, so it's great to see him playing at this level, also winning the ATP title in Adelaide like the week before. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bright future for them too. And yeah, hopefully we hear more of them in singles and in doubles. Hopefully they play more doubles together, and I can't wait to watch them. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been a big fan of both of them personally, meeting them like 7, 8 years ago when they were playing qualifying in Canada. So to see them make it that far, and they played Junior Wimby together, and now they're playing Oz Open and actually winning the doubles title. It's crazy. Taking down
Yeah.
some unbelievable players like Pavlo and then the Croatian duo, and then Grenollers and his Argentinian partner as well. It was great to see, and I think they're going to definitely play some more doubles together. In Nick's podcast, they weren't really talking about playing, consistently, but I think they'll definitely show up at a Grand Slam or two every year, and a couple other tournaments. So let's see, because the energy is amazing, and I think I will definitely go and see a doubles match with Nick and Thanasi if they come here and play.
I mean, they would, in my opinion, they wouldn't win the Grand Slam without the crowd they had.
That's
I
true.
think the crowd definitely played a huge role. Um, and I know they can't really help that much, but I think they did affect the tennis in some sort of way. And crowds can really be a momentum shifter. And yeah, that's basically my thoughts. And they can also play doubles together. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I mean, these guys started playing in juniors, actually winning the Wimbledon junior title in 2014. And ever since then, Thanasi's had a lot of issues with the shoulder, with the knee. He's been prone to a lot of injuries, and we know Nick that he hasn't really had much success in the Grand Slam. So I think for them to just connect, it's such a dynamic duo, and they've had great success in the past playing doubles together. And here it really showed. They're taking out the number one seed, number 3 and 6 seeds, like you said as well, and they're doing damage. And I think the Australian crowd does a great job of getting behind them, and that gives them a huge advantage as well. So I think if it weren't for the crowd, and if it weren't for them just pairing together so well as such a great dynamic duo, they wouldn't have been able to win this. But it worked out really well for them in the end.
Mm-hmm. And how many doubles titles do you think they're going to win together, or do you think this is just a one and done thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough to say right now, because in their press conference, Nick was saying like they might play another Grand Slam together this year, like the U.S. Open, but I don't really see them playing that many Grand Slams in the future. Maybe one a year type thing. But if I had to guess, like I think they'll play some 1,000 events and hopefully win a couple Grand Slams, and maybe one more, two more to be extreme. But that's kind of my number.
One
How
or
about
two
you?
more Grand Slams. Two is a little bit excessive in my opinion.
I think so. So I'm thinking maybe one more. I'm gonna say U.S. Open hardcourt would probably suit their game style pretty well, like the Australian Open.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one more Australian Open title
Yeah,
in the next like 5 years.
on hardcourt, right? Like we're not thinking Wimbledon or French, or
Yeah,
maybe Wimbledon too.
no, but they also have a good serve though. But nah, I don't think they would. I don't know. Wimbledon's not really. I don't think they
Yeah,
would win Wimbledon, to be honest.
yeah. Kokkinakis
Oh,
hasn't really played much at Wimby, but Nick's done well. I think third or fourth round is his best result. It's something they can do, but I guess we'll have to find out. But yeah, this was definitely a tournament to watch, and it's great to see them end up winning the whole thing.
yeah, it was a splendid performance
Yeah, for
amongst
sure.
themselves.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was fun to watch them.
yeah, definitely in the crowd. Crowd's going crazy too. Like it was a crazy atmosphere, and definitely a match to remember.
Yeah, we could
So yeah,
also shout out Ashley Barty for winning her Australian Open title. I don't know.
Yeah, taking out
You know what?
Danielle
You know what number
Collins.
it is? Let me see this stuff. Ashley Barty, how many Grand Slams?
I think she has 3.
No, more than that.
No, she has 3.
Oh, three. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Including this one?
I think so. Yeah, she had 2 before this.
Oh, okay,
Um,
third or fourth. I don't know which one, but she's been playing some unbelievable tennis. I
yeah,
mean, I don't really watch the women's side too much, but I know that she's a really good tennis player, and she's always consistent when it comes to Australian Open, always coming to the final or winning. So, yeah, she definitely loves playing in Australia. And yeah, I think overall, she had a hell of a week or 2 weeks. She's been playing some unbelievable tennis, and it's been fun watching her.
yeah. If I could add something to that, it's been a great weekend for Australia in general. You know, the guys taking it. It was actually an all Australian doubles final. Nick and Thanasi played, and then actually Barty taking the finals over Danielle Collins in straight sets. If you take a look at Barty's results from any of her previous matches, she's destroyed everyone in straight sets. So really goes to show that she's a great player, and she's doing really well on the women's side. So it's good to see.
Okay, last but not least, we have to talk about the preview of tomorrow's Grand Slam final match between Rafael Nadal and Danil Medvedev. Um, I mean, first of all, I just want to start off by saying that's going to be a heck of a match. The match is going to start at like 4 a.m. I'm definitely getting up at like 6 or 7 to watch the last few sets or last few games. You should say, I should say. But overall, I actually, if I have to predict who's going to win, I'm going to say Medvedev in 5, which is a really bold prediction based on how Rafa's been playing. And I have much respect for Rafa, but I have a feeling Medvedev's going to pull it out in 5, in style, and he's definitely going to do another FIFA celebration when he lifts that trophy. Maybe he's going to sue. I have a feeling if he wins, he's going to sue.
I think he's gonna do it just like all of the crowd that was watching Nick and Thanasi. It's gonna be like that
No,
every
but
single
but
point.
also remember when he won the U.S. Open, he did like the flop, which is actually a celebration on FIFA. So
I
he
think we
already
might see
likes
something similar.
he already likes FIFA, and the fact that they're already like doing the Ronaldo celebration, he's definitely gonna hit the celly.
I think
Um,
so. But
yeah. So
I gotta stop you there because you're saying Medvedev in 5. You know, I'm actually gonna take the polar opposite and go Rafa in 5. I think just the
no,
way he's
I
been playing
respect
all
that.
week. Yeah. So I mean, the way he's been playing all week against some of these guys, it's unreal, and he's really determined to get the 21st slam. You know, Roger's not playing, Novak's out.
Yeah.
This is his time, and he's guaranteed the French. Like it's like a 99% chance he's going to win French. If he takes both these slams, he's at 22, right? And these guys don't have many more
Yeah.
years on him, so it's. I'm taking Rafa in 5. I'm excited though. It's going to be really tight for sure, and it's going to be a very high quality
Yeah.
match.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I respect your opinion. Rafa's been playing some good tennis because I think Medvedev's gonna pull it out. Yes, Rafa's more determined. Yes, Rafa has been playing some good tennis, but I think Daniil is, by winning this Grand Slam, he's gonna prove that now he's gonna be the number one player in the world, taking over uh Novak and Rafa officially in a way. And
Yeah.
I think if he wins, he's gonna be number one in the world, right? I
I
think he
think
is.
so. I think Novak has 11,000 ATP points and Medvedev is around 8,300.
Yeah, but
So
also Novak's gonna he's gonna lose 2,000 ATP points by not participating in this event
yeah,
because he won it last year, right? So, and he's gonna just get zero from this. So I don't
yeah, I
know.
think there's definitely a chance that Medvedev will be number one in the world.
Yeah, but also
If
mentally,
he wins.
everyone's gonna know that Medvedev's that like the number one player to beat. Everyone's gonna try to beat Medvedev if they have him in their draw. He's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
that new threat. I mean, he
yeah,
already is a
definitely.
threat, except he's just gonna jump to that next level that Novak and Rafa and Roger jumped maybe like 15, 20 years ago. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you've heard Medvedev in his press conferences at the AO, but he's saying he wants to be up there with the number of slams that the
Mhm.
top 3 have, and I think he's capable. Once these guys are gone, like Daniil's, like who is he going to struggle against? Like he's really dominating the next gen players right now. He's dominating the current goats of tennis, Roger, Rafa, Novak. I think he's going to get a decent amount of slams. I don't know if it's going to be 20 plus, the numbers that we're seeing once in a lifetime type thing, but he's definitely going to have a couple. Not even a couple. You might have a few, right?
I think
So
he's gonna get the double digits for sure.
Yeah, he has a mentality to do so, and nothing's stopping him, right? He's a great worker on the court, and he has such a crazy game. It's really going to be something exciting to watch in the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Mm. So do you think he's gonna have the most Grand Slams out of the new generation?
I think so. I've seen a lot of inconsistencies with Zverev, Dominic Thiem. The two Canadians, Dennis and Felix, I think are going to do some great things, and that comes with age. So I definitely think they'll get some
How about
slams.
Stefanos?
Yeah, Tsitsipas also has a bright future. I think he just needs to get in the right mindset, and even Matteo Berrettini too. A lot of these guys, right? I'm missing a few names, but I think Daniil is going to be late leader of these guys. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm thinking.
Hmm. But also because you're saying he's much better than the others, does that mean he's gonna get more than 20 if he's gonna be dominant? Because here's the thing: if let's just say Roger didn't have Novak and Rafa, he would have like 30 slams minimum, and
Yeah,
and also with Novak and Rafa, if like let's just say Roger and Novak didn't exist, Rafa would have like 35.
I
So
mean, yeah.
do you think Medvedev is gonna get 20 based on him having less competition, as you say?
I mean, listen to this, right? Rafa's been in 29 Grand Slam finals, and out of those 29, he's won 20. So if Roger and Novak were not there, he would have 29 slams. So it's a
Mm,
matter of time, right? If Daniil can stay healthy and have a solid tennis career that lasts 10, 15 years, he's definitely going to get, I think he's going to get close to that number. I'm not really sure right now because you see those numbers and you're like, holy, that's going to be like a once in a lifetime thing that we see. But I think Daniil could do it if he puts his mind to it. And the tennis that he's playing, it's unbelievable. So I think we
yeah,
can see it.
the numbers have nothing to do with the quality of the player. It has to do with like the quality the player is playing against with as
The
well. And
opponent,
like what I mean by
exactly.
that is, yeah. So like even though like you could say Roger and Rafa level wise were better, if they're both like extremely good, they're that means they're gonna like split the Grand Slams in half. But
Yeah,
if
it's 60
Medvedev is
between the three, right?
if, yeah, if Medvedev gets like way better than his competition, he can easily win like all the Grand Slams. Therefore, he's going to end up with like 30 slams, for example, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see where things go. But for now, we still have Rafa and Novak kicking their ass. But yeah, there's a long way to go.
Yeah, definitely. That's a well-liked celebration, and I hope to see more from him. Even though this vaccine thing has kind of prevented him from playing Oz Open and potentially French Open too. So yeah, I think we're going to see some cool stuff from Daniil in the future, and he's already proven to be a hell of a player. So looking forward to that, and I'm guessing you are too. One thing I wanted to
Mhm.
ask though is, countries in general. Canada being a good example. Episode 1, we talked about Dennis and Felix representing Canada and really, showing that tennis is bright in the country. And then
Mhm.
Russia with Danil and even Andrei Rublev producing some great tennis. So wanted to ask you,
Kachanov, Karatsev,
there's so many, like the list is endless in Russia.
and
I
the
wanted
guy
to,
that played ATP Cup.
yeah,
I
Safulin as well,
yeah.
really good player. I wanted to ask you, like, which country do you think is producing the brightest tennis players right now? A lot of people look to Spain and Serbia because they have some of the brightest players there, but in your opinion, which country is producing really good tennis at this point?
I mean, Serbia definitely produces great tennis players, but I don't think they're up there to be honest.
Yeah,
As much as it hates to say, I know Russia's definitely up there. They always have great juniors, and maybe recently, like I'm talking recently, like 20 years ago, they haven't had that standout like professional player, but now they have Medvedev, Kachanov, Karatsev, Rublev.
yeah,
So like all these
Safulin
guys,
too.
they're playing extremely well, and they're all like what top 30 minimum.
Yeah,
Uh, Medvedev's going to be number one in the world soon, sooner or later. So
for
yeah, they're
sure.
definitely now the leading country in my opinion. And then I don't know some honorable mentions, maybe Spain. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say
Help me out
Italy as
here.
well. Italy for
Yeah,
sure.
oh,
You got
Italy. No, yeah,
Berrettini, you
yeah,
got
yeah.
Sinner, Sonigo, right?
Hmm.
It's Musetti as well. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And
no, yeah, no,
they
yeah.
have
I forgot about Italy.
like they have great facilities there too, and I think the coaches there are
Definitely.
amazing.
I think uh, if you want to talk about organization that kind of fell off, I think for now, France isn't like what it used to be.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
If you know what I mean. Also, they have so much like money and resources because of them having a Grand Slam and an ATP 1000. Therefore,
Yeah, and
tennis
Paris
is really big in their country. We all know France tennis and its history.
goes back a long
So
time.
recently they haven't had that player that stand out, but you can't doubt an organization like them in the next 5-10 years. You're gonna see like guys that are in top 20 for France.
Yeah,
So yeah, definitely tennis is not dying in France, never will. It's just currently there isn't that like name out there really from France.
yeah,
But
I agree. They haven't really been able to produce a solid tennis player that's been consistent, right? You have Monfils, you have Adrian Manarino. Corin Moutet is actually an upcoming player. I think we're going to see some cool stuff from him.
also
But
Ugo Humbert as well.
Hugo Humbert, yeah, he's young. He's got potential too, but I think we just haven't seen that breakthrough from any of these guys. And Monfils has been here a while, and he wants to win a slam, and he hasn't been able to do that. So I think we're going to see some
Yeah,
of these
also
guys
we have
break through.
Lord Benoit.
Benoit
He's been
Paire.
playing well.
What has he done in his career? I hate to say it, but he hasn't really achieved much besides breaking tons of bad light rackets in every single match and complete tanking. But we'll give the tanking trophy to Bernard Tomic because he is definitely the biggest tank, Thomas the Tank Engine on the ATP. So I know
That's
you're
right.
struggling to hold it in, but it's the truth, and I think our viewers are
Yeah.
probably gonna laugh at that too. But
Yeah.
what can I say?
And yeah, I think that wraps things up for us. For RacketCap podcast episode 2. It's been a pleasure, Zain, once again. Hopefully this series is a long-term thing. Hopefully we don't stop. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, turn on your post notifications, share this video if you can. And we appreciate the love and support we have from the last video. Hopefully we just go up from here, have an exponential growth. And
That's what we're
Zain,
looking
what
for.
are your thoughts on this?
You said it perfectly. We really appreciate your guys' support in the past couple of days, and we're gonna try and get some more content out for you. We're trying to think of new innovative ideas to try and boost the podcast, make it more entertaining. We're gonna get some guests on here for sure. So reach out to us. Shout out RacketCap, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. You better tune in for that one because we'll see you there. But yeah, that's all from us. Take it easy, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.